first major of the year he's been able to clear up. And before we can even talk about the matchup, we're straight into it now. It's Tekkz up against SPIDERKONG. How are you feeling about this matchup?
I feel like I'm getting deja vu. Because whenever we're in Bucharest, I seem to be watching Tekkz in a Liverpool kit on Championship Sunday. You saw the stats before the game. 3.5 goals average scored for both of these two players. The big deciding sort of difference was Tekkz has only conceded 1 goal on average a game. 1 goal average a game. You look at his results from the knockouts, 3-1 win against Sakul and a 4-0 victory against Phil SKS. SPIDERKONG, on the other hand, 4-2 victory against MS Desari and then a 7-3 win against FIFA Feature.
I think that was something that a lot of us looked over, including myself. He beat MS Desari in the round of 16 yesterday. He might not have had the easiest Swiss in the world, did SPIDERKONG, obviously getting himself through, ensuring he got those 3 wins. He's going to have his first chance of this game. Fortunately, the ball was slightly too high there for Johan Cruyff to connect onto that header. It was time red anyway. But he beat MS Desari, Richard. An ex-world champion. Then had to come up against FIFA Feature, which I had the pleasure of walking to this venue with him this morning, FIFA Feature, and he told me that a lot of the Brazilians, a lot of the South Americans, because fair play to South America in this tournament, there's a lot of them that have made it into Championship Sunday, but apparently SPIDERKONG is quite a vocal player. When he scores goals, we'll let you know, a big Vamu. FIFA Feature went, I gave it straight back to him, and he was a little bit nervous off that.
So you think that maybe the internal battle, you've got to sort of give him a bit of a motive back. I don't think Tekkz is that. I don't think I've ever seen him, unless he actually wins the event. That's when the emotion comes out of him. We saw SPIDERKONG in that 4-2-3-1. Tekkz, we know that he's got a number of different formations and game plans that he's got up his sleeve alongside his coach. Saw him yesterday morning, Tekkz's coach, actually sat in the catering area.
Yeah, it was incredible, wasn't it?
Like 10:30 in the morning, 3 hours before we went live, headphones on, jotting down, planning his game plan for Tekkz to execute, and execute it he did.
This is going to be SPIDERKONG's first real attack of the game. Again, looks for Johan Cruyff, just in and around that penalty area. Once again, though, unfortunately cannot connect with it. As you mentioned, Richard, obviously a bit of preparation from Tekkz's coach yesterday, and the matches that Tekkz did play yesterday. It was a round of 16 win up against Sakul from the Focus Clan, 3-1, and then came up against, obviously, the Austrian FIFA player Phil SKS, in which he won 4-0. There's just something about Tekkz this year. Although in the interview he said he hasn't really played too much FIFA, different approach to competitive FIFA this year, he just seems to find a way to win.
Early indications, SPIDERKONG pressing very nicely up the pitch. You saw that ball down the line for Garincha, just stepping out with his fullback, getting in front of it. I watched back the Phil SKS game between Tekkz and Phil yesterday, and yeah, Tekkz were unbelievable. He kept a clean sheet. However, apart from the first goal, really, that Tekkz scored, it were a number of mistakes that Phil made that sort of gave Tekkz the emphatic victory. The 4th goal, he rolled it out to his goalkeeper. The 3rd goal, he got very lucky with Van Dijk. He rode a tackle and then R9 slotted it in. The 2nd goal, he played an offside trap. Phil, another mistake, and his defence all came out of position. So, with Tekkz, you sort of know what you're going to get. You're going to get a very professional performance, and he just will capitalise on your mistakes, very similar to what Maestro does.
Here's Tekkz's first real chance to get the ball forward. It's been mostly SPIDERKONG keeping possession, probably just trying to tease Tekkz away from it. R9 back to goal there. He's still just going to hold possession, have a little drop of the shoulder left and right. Could it be a shot from Tekkz early on? Pull it back to goal. It's going to be Eusebio, and cleared away, out of danger.
Tekkz for the last sort of 18 months has been a constant 8 out of 10 performer. With someone like Desari, sometimes you'll see him play unbelievable FIFA, but other times, sometimes he just doesn't turn up. Sometimes he does play it a little worse. With Tekkz, the consistency that he shows is unreal. What a goal that is! I'm not sure if he got a deflection from R9 on the way through, but he's hit it on the left foot. Looping shot into the top corner.
Wow. What an incredible strike to kick things off on our Championship Sunday here in Bucharest, Romania. That touch, that original touch from R9, just to tee up the ball. And the next thing you know, it was nestling in the top right-hand corner. Tekkz does lead 1-0, and as you said, Richard, that's the first real time he's gone forward, but he scored.
Now the pressure very much put onto SPIDERKONG.
I have to kind of go on to that point you said, Richard, of he's always an 8 out of 10 performer. He's never not gone past Swiss. He's always in the knockouts. He's always around that top 4 mark. And you wonder why he joined Fnatic, a huge esports team that have backed him and they've seen what he's done, because he's worth every single penny. The pass isn't great though. Does do very well to recover with Zambrotta.
And the amazing thing about it is, he's always that consistent performer. However, some events, Atlanta, Singapore, when he does go on to win Bucharest, you do get these unbelievable moments from him where he'll do 4 elasticals in a row and smash it into the back of the net. He's got that magic in his fingers.
It really does. It is simple as that. Obviously, SPIDERKONG trailing by a 0-0, and SPIDERKONG one of the only 3 agents in this tournament. And it was clear for him, Richard, obviously after quite a disappointing FIFA 19, he had to get his year going in the right way. And for him, that was to ensure he got top 4. He said that was the goal on the couch yesterday, speaking to the guys. He's done that. He's up against Tekkz now, which is a fantastic learning experience as well. And, of course, a great chance to double your prize money. You win this game, you jump up to $15,000 and 1.4 thousand Global Series points, which is a lot of points to kick your season off.
We're not sure what the indication will be. We'll probably find out later in the year of the sort of tally that you're looking towards. Getting into playoffs, making the top 16, but 1,400 to start your season's unreal. Just
toying with both Van Dijk and Laurent Blanc at the back there. Pulled the save out from Edwin van der Sar. That was your saviour there, just a simple drag back. Didn't even need to sprint on the ball. Added time of just 2 minutes in our first half. As you'd expect to see, quite mature passenger play there from Tekkz. Play the ball back, let that time go down, and you said about that brilliance from Tekkz that we often see on Championship Sunday. Neymar, where's he going? I don't even know. Lucky enough for SPIDERKONG, the fellow Brazilian has not caused him any problems. Getting rid of that one. Referee, we're into half-time.
And this is what's dangerous right now for SPIDERKONG, because Tekkz looks like he's having fun. It looks like he's having fun with this game. You see the stats, 61% possession. SPIDERKONG's not really done anything in that first half. The lovely Neymar-specific rainbow flick as well, inside the box.
I think it's just, as you said, Richard, like there's not many players, and I've said this before, because we got to a stage last year when we kind of ran out of words and adjectives to kind of talk about Tekkz. Like, why is he so good? I think not many people get better and better throughout a tournament. Like in Championship Sunday, in finals, he just gets better. I can't explain it. Like when he plays his finals games, it's like he's just playing Swiss. Doesn't feel that pressure, it seems. There's a chance for SPIDERKONG, slightly too heavy. Allison, happy to pick that one up.
Actually, a great chance as well for SPIDERKONG. If that pass would have been just had a fraction taken off it, it could have been in there as well, SPIDERKONG, from the kickoff. But Tekkz seeing out that wave of pressure from the Brazilian, and yet again going to put his foot on the ball.
As we know, these guys would have obviously finished playing their games by about 3 o'clock yesterday. If that was Tekkz, obviously Tekkz was one of our first games on the stream. That means that him and his coach would have had quite a long time to prepare for this game when they found that they were playing SPIDERKONG. So it would have been interesting of how they're trying to approach this matchup. A lot more goes into these knockout games in competitive FIFA of prep, looking at X games that they've played, previous matchups, breaking down similar mistakes they make, the formations they use, which areas on the pitch they like to try and exploit.
It's funny you say that. So when I was leaving the hotel this morning, I heard your voice, and I thought, that's not Brandon. It was for Phil's watching the game back from yesterday.
Oh, 9. Just gets rid of that one. Ish, I would say. Finesse comes in. But no, exactly on your point, Richard. I remember
watching it on his phone.
Perfectly at the Nations Cup last year. I remember Portugal before their knockouts. they literally, the whole team was sat around in the hotel lobby just breaking down, obviously, the next opponents in the tournament. And it's crazy to see that level of analysis we're now seeing in competitive FIFA, because there's huge amounts of money on the line. Simply isn't just a video game. These guys preparing to their best ability. We've heard the story about Phil SKS having a 3-day fast before the tournament. Other players preparing in other ways for these major tournaments. They know what's up for stake for SPIDERKONG. It's a chance to really showcase himself as a professional FIFA player and to try and pick up a team. Obviously, ex-NSC SPIDERKONG, the team that Lucas Rep now does play for. Obviously, he's into our finals day over on the PlayStation. Certainly a bit of a comeback performance from him. This is nice from SPIDERKONG, though. Just being able to keep the ball. A few occasions, little dink out to R9, who finds himself out on this left-hand side, takes the strike, and it is saved by Allison.
Great passage of play there from SPIDERKONG as well to create that chance. Nice bit of possession and a little dink pass out wide.
Here we go, though. Once again, just feel like he rushed that straight into, I want to say, is Maldini at the back. Through ball. Unfortunately, Laurent Blanc able to read that one. Just lay it off to Carlos Alberto, who's been one of the stars of the weekend.
He seems a little bit nervous the way that he's playing SPIDERKONG. You saw him just dinking that ball down the line then again. Doesn't seem to be much conviction. The shot that he had when he did make his way into the box.
You always say it as well, Richard. When you play against Tekkz, his second leg, 9 times out of 10, is always better than his first. And if he's winning his first leg, it really is kind of worrying. If you're the person that's playing against him, that is. Saw it yesterday for that Phil SKS game. Really tight first leg, second leg, full-time score 4-0. You said about Tekkz enjoying himself, and he just flicks over his opponent's head.
Sombrero flick on the edge of the box there, looking to set up the volley. With R9 Ronaldo. But at 1-0 this game, he's very much still in the balance. SPIDERKONG, when he's had to defend, he has. But Tekkz, he just don't look worried. He don't look pressured. If you had a heart rate monitor on him, it's probably even lower than what it usually would be. He's got ice running through his veins.
Just had to hoof that one out wide. Lucky enough it did connect with Eusebio. We haven't seen much of for SPIDERKONG. It's been very kind of on that left-hand side, heavy in possession, trying to use R9, who for me just seems a little bit pushed out, too far wide. He's a player that I prefer to kind of keep in the middle. So he's got Cristiano Ronaldo being that middleman for him. Can he find Cristiano Ronaldo? Has he just timed his run on side? If he has, this could be incredible from SPIDERKONG. And
just
there
off.
you go. You can see it by the reaction. Just offside.
Just offside, probably centimetres, Cristiano Ronaldo there, but again, another good indication for SPIDERKONG that he can get in behind this defence of Tekkz, and we know Tekkz does defend quite aggressively. He's not one to play drop back and sit men behind the ball. You see when he runs forward with his centre-backs. Always trying to squeeze the ball.
Of course, nice to see that midfield duo, Hullet and Vieira, being backed by SPIDERKONG. And of course, on the other side of that as well for Tekkz. Two players that he would be very familiar with in Tekkz. Obviously, all the tournaments he played last year, all around the world. And those were the two staples in his team. Whether he was rocking the 4-2-3-1 or a mix of other formations, using those two centre midfielders.
I was finding it funny how even before anybody's played with Hullet, people, pros especially, wanting to buy Hullet. But you just know exactly what you're going to get. You know you're going to get arguably the best midfielder in the game, the most dominating midfielder. There's no real question about any other midfielder going. Like,
just offers you everything, doesn't he?
He is.
He's got the right physique, the right model as a player. This is a little bit interesting from Van der Sar. Clears that one away and clears the ball as far outside of the ground as well, as we do close our first